Alrighty then, we should be all good now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to BRL Season 16 with the new cars, with the new team here of Audi, and also the new team in Cadillac. If I can find Blackbone, he is not out on the track yet, so we can't see it just yet. But there we go. Everything looks to be all okay so far. I don't know if the connection issues are still prevalent. If they are, which I can already tell they are because, well, maybe no connection issues there, but definitely some issue because the telemetry is bugged for me. I can see that apparently no one is using throttle or brake and is going around the track like this. So, yeah, not sure what that's all about, but we'll keep going. Who's been the first person to come across and start our first lap here? It should be Alex in the V-Carb. Obviously, one of our championship contenders last season on F125, but now everything is completely different with our overtake mode and all new battery, obviously all new cars as well. Let's see how everything goes here. For some reason, the rear view mirror lights are blinking, which usually happens when the cars are going under, like, I think it's 30 kilometers an hour, they say in the rules. But no, apparently they're blinking pretty well, despite it being 100 or 200 mile an hour down this straight, basically. But we've already finished sector 1 at 27.6 in the first sector. There is a little bit of lag, but I think things are robust. What I start the season, BR has had host lobbies because your connection is really bad. Oh, okay. I don't mind that because I'll be honest with you, the biggest issue I have is because I'm running like multiple different things to the internet in one room. Like I've got the live timings. Obviously, my phone is like it's not always the main thing, but the phone is another thing, and obviously live streaming alongside the PlayStation. Yeah, it's pretty big. But yeah, Alex completely running out of battery here. This is a theme you'll see not just throughout qualifying, but throughout the entire race. You will see people running out of battery very, very quickly here. Mostly because if you haven't seen what someone like Verstappen said in real life, he basically said, look, this is going to be difficult when you're driving it, even in the simulator, because basically from cops or even from exit from Luffield, it is bad on trying to save battery. But right now, though, Alex has got a really nice time there, but 27.7. Someone a couple of seconds back, so is Hazard. But we've got in the middle there, Red Devil and Pablos, who has come across the line here. Kano is about to. Bluebird did for a 28.7. So at the minute, Alex looking pretty competitive out there. Kano is going to be across the line now. Where's he going to go? Just behind Hazard there in P7 now. Across the line, I think Wismer will go. Where does he go? 28.8. Pretty much matching some of the people here. I think Adi was there to start the lap, and so far Blackman also going to start his lap. See a John around the final corner though. Where is he going to put his car, his Audi there, just outside that 1 minute 29 barrier, but he is ahead. For some reason, the chat's flashed up again. I don't know why. Ram left for a 2 minute lap there, apparently. How's your day been, Mrs. Commentator? It's been pretty decent. Someone came across the line there. I don't know who that was. I had to come across on P6. Thomas, I believe, was. The day's been fine, but a little bit busy, at least right now, trying to get all this sorted. Photo there, ooh, a little bit close with the V-Card there of Alex, but Alex comes to the pit lane, so there's no stress there. Something I've kind of noted here is the yellow flags, and this is something I've wanted to sort of do a race with first before I just wholly overlocked back in. Yeah, this is something I've sort of noticed with the battery, and I wanted to do a first race before I hear anything else. And you might have noticed it already, I don't know. But whenever you are in a red flag, or not red flag, in a yellow flag sort of area, the problem that occurs is the blue battery there, the overtake mode, gets taken off you. And it's pretty prevalent in qualifying when everyone is trying to do laps, gets out of the way. It's quite common. Adi there, by the way, comes up with a lap to go P2. What about Blackbone in the Cadillac? He seemed pretty confident, and there you go, P3 for him. And a Ram left, I think, be one of the last people to come across the line for now. Let's see what he does in that McLaren. But yeah, about these bits of the battery, it's an issue. Because obviously some people just want to get out of the way. Some people might just make a regular mistake, that sort of thing. But those, it doesn't matter what it is. If a yellow flag is caused, then that ruins the battery for people. they were talking about at EA, apparently there's going to be some sort of fix, or at least be some sort of setting to help it later on in this like F1 World season, which I think is probably like next month. Around there, they will be putting up a fix for it, or at least some sort of setting, which is great because at the minute we haven't really got a rule in place which says, don't cause yellow flags at qualifying because it's very subjective. And I think a lot of people would be quite unhappy with going like, well, hold on a minute, how do I actually get out of the way then of some people? So, yeah, maybe we want to see now is just how it sort of translates into this qualifying session, and then just see from there if anything needs doing. But anyway, I think Wisburn currently, we're a pub middle sector, and actually he's got a little bit of battery left to spare, even after going through Stowe, which is pretty good going. And we're going to see him now cover the final few corners through the Vale chicane here, looking like it's all pretty nicely done for Wisburn. I can't see the frost application or the braking, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. Wisburn across the line, though, goes a couple of tenths quicker this time, so Bluebird is dropped down to P6. Meanwhile, we've got other people out there. I think Thomas, he's not doing a lap at the minute, or at least not a second lap. Rose is currently going through the middle sector, so we'll go on board with him in a second. Let's see where CJ John puts the sky. He's having a couple of sets up in a minute. He goes ahead of the small one. Someone was actually quite quick in qualifying last season. He even actually took the lead on a couple of occasions in the races. But right now, he's having a bit of a struggle down in P11 there, but his teammate Henson is at least, was momentarily P8. He's now P9 as Rose sets his lap to go just under a tenth away from Alex, who's had a really nice banker lap, it has to be said. I predicted pole was going to be low 28s, so around where Blackbone is, and these three have already on smashed that out of the park. Meanwhile, though, Blackbone, I think, on used tyres is going exactly the same pace, at least right now, as his previous time. Let's see, is anybody else doing a lap? I don't believe so. Wisburn is miles down his time. Rose has already just done his. Let's watch Blackbone through this little sector here. You'll see now, actually, here you go. So the overtake boost, oh, never mind, they just moved as I've said that. If they do cross the yellow flag, you'll be able to see it now anyway, so if they try preparing for a lap or letting Blackbone by, let's have a quick look. I don't think it's going to happen. No, Blackbone peels into the pit lane, so it doesn't even matter in the end, but yeah, Wisburn 2 in the pit lane. Bluebird already nearly done with that first sector. CJ Jobber 2, I think, looks like he's warming up over another lap, or he's coming to the pit lane. Hazard as well, starting a lap. We've got Rose. Is he doing 2 laps in a row? He might, considering he does have the fuel for it. Pablos looks like he's going to be doing another lap on a set of new tyres. This is. So he's going to be a couple of sets up on his time. I don't know about Bluebird, but he looks to be just ahead of Pablos at minute. So we'll keep an eye on the pair of them. Although I think Bluebird looks to me he's backed out a bit. He's not even going full speed through some of these corners. He's only going, looks like he's going to back off here. Let Pablos go by. He's a little bit close, but Pablos will go through just fine. Now, obviously, Bluebird doesn't want to cause any yellow flags. As some people are aware of this, some people aren't. I know Bluebird is one of them who are. Pablos currently, though, a 10th up. That will put him just ahead of Blackbird, who I've not even mentioned, has just got a time that is only 1,000th quicker so far from Pablos. Obviously, that was the pole position. That'd be amazing, but currently it's only for that P4 spot. A D, Rose and Alex, once again, look like they kept the form from F125, and it's translated here into these new cars. Pablos across the line does it closer to that top 3 than Blackbird's first effort, so not bad going. Bluebird, I think, is going to start his lap once again. Red Devil going to come across the line now. Aston Martin, he's a couple of tenths up already, so I can put him ahead of Bluebird, or maybe Wisburn. Close to Wisburn, but he's ahead of Bluebird, and he'll quite like that one, especially if Bluebird does not improve. Hazard across the line there. He has gone into the 29s, but unfortunately for him, currently 800 up, but we saw he started that lap with a little bit less battery to spare there, so we'll see how that goes. But meanwhile, by the way, I don't know if there's any rain in the race. I don't know if it's been told to me or not. But anyway, our Henson, a couple of tenths down here with no battery to spare. Hopefully, this is going to be all okay for our Henson here, or will he just go into the pit lane and just call this one a day? He'll sack this one off. No, he's going to continue. So maybe he made a mistake in that final sector for him to keep going. Let's see here now, go across the final few corners. Obviously, in that new Red Bull, looks lovely out on track. But across the line, he goes, he just about doesn't improve and doesn't get into the 28s because of it. But right now, Bluebird, currently improved by a couple of tenths, is with slightly used tyres, and with a little bit less battery on board his car. So I'd assume he could probably go close to Blackbone once he's finally got a proper lap in. But across the line he will go. He'll still go very close to Blackbone there. P6 for Bluebird, 28.3. Yeah, I can see him be right there with Pablos as well, with a bit of an extra battery. Obviously, our main three championship contenders here, Pablos, Blackburn, Bluebird. Thomas as well was somewhat there, but obviously, I think it was kind of clear sometimes he just did not have the exact amount of pace of those guys. Cross the line, someone else will go though. It's Wisburn. We're not too worried about that because he's just starting a lap. Of Ramleth comes across the line here. Is going to be improvement, a pretty big one. P11, so he's right next to his teammate Thomas, who's unfortunately for him invalidated his own lap. And meanwhile, by the way, Kadon and Kodoy, both of these two, looks like they're going to be improving their laps. Kadon, unfortunately for him, is having really shoddy internet. I don't know why. He said it could have been fixed this season, but at the minute, it is not really doing too well for him. He's cross line of P14. Who else is going to come across the line? I think not the small one. I thought it would be the small one then, but no, it is not. A Ramleth, obviously a couple of seconds down there now. He's finished his lap. Kadom done with his. He's obviously with 29.8 and goes miles off the track there. To make sure, I guess, he's out everyone's way. Kodoyo currently 4 tenths up. We're seeing who else currently going. I think a D is. Bluebird's going to get back to the pits. Wisburn 100th up so far, so he can maybe improve later on in this quality session. Kodoy, though, invalidates his lap. Unfortunate stuff, but that is him done and dusted, at least in this set of tyres. CJ Drama comes through to start a lap as well. Wisburn currently a 10th up, but right now, that 1/10th, yeah, isn't the best. Can you look on the app for the people without driving? I'm just trying to get a look at the numbers. I can do my best. Oh, actually, no, I've got it on Racing Tools. This is brilliant. Hold on a minute. I had it on Racing Tools, although for some... Oh, wait, no. Wait, I'm confused. Some of them are, like, kind of okay. Some of them are not. Anyway, don't whiz across the line for that P5. Some look like they're not real... Like, some, like, aren't the actual numbers. Like, for example, Alex has got 24 on his car. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. But apparently he's got 24 on his car, which used to be Show's number. But then the next one is 77. From someone who's got no name. So, yeah, I've got no idea. Pablos apparently also has 3, which can't happen because Verstappen's got 3 in real life. So, I think they're just a bit bugged. I don't know what it is, but I can do my best to still try and look at the numbers. If I can't get the numbers, I'll just try and ask people after this race. No big deal if we can't get them. Obviously, it's not mandatory, but if we can get them, that'd be amazing. Rosalio currently 900s down on his time. Wisber we saw there, I think it's a tiny bit up on his time, so keep an eye on him. CA Drama pretty much alone on the circuit here, going quite slowly. I don't know why, unless he's preparing for a lap. If this is going to be his lap, it'll be the last lap of the session. And to be fair, if he backs out of this lap coming, then at least he has got the time to go for one more, and he's got the fuel to go for one more too. The small one currently 800s down again. He's got the same thing there. He could maybe go for one more cool down lap after the one he's doing right now, and then he'll be all okay to push one last lap. But Wisburn into the pit lane. He's got to get out quite quick if he wants to go and maybe improve further into the top 3 potentially. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, though, Rose, he backs out as well. So maybe will he come into the pit lane, or will he decide, you know what, enough is enough? We are going to go into the pit lane. That is we are going to call it to pit lane. Looks like he's going to keep going again. Although I think the small one is going to do the same here. This will probably be another cool down lap for the small one now, as he has to validate. He's got 2.5 minutes left. Is he pushing? I don't believe he is. Yeah, he's going to keep going for one more lap here. Is Rosa going to do the same, or is he going to go for it? It looks like Rosa is going for it, and there we go in towards turn 1. Actually, in all fairness, there wasn't even a flag there, but the overtake mode apparently wasn't off. So I don't know if there already has been a fix for that. I don't know. But Senior Drama currently, couple hundreds up, but has got basically no battery to his name now, has a couple hundreds down. But yeah, let's see CJ Drama here. He's got basically nothing left in the tank, but if it's an improvement at the minute, it could be okay. It's 3,000s. I mean, a 10th here could put him ahead of the Ram left, so if he could do that, then it won't be too bad. Someone I expect more of here, at least in terms of the expectations from last season, Thomas and the small one. Those are the two that I expect more from right here. I can understand the top 7 being around where they are. Red Devil as well, actually, on debut, currently P8. Lovely lap from him. I believe it's on debut anyway. Quote me on that if I'm wrong, please. Yeah. Hazard, couple tenths up as well. Rose still going through, couple hundreds down. CJ Drama did come and finish his lap. I don't know how good or bad it was, but has a couple of tenths up here. Let's see. Can he improve and potentially get himself ahead? I mean, realistically, the sky's the limit here. He could maybe go as far ahead as, what, P10? Maybe go ahead of Thomas if he nails his final sector across the line. And he does. Yeah, there you go, 29.2. So pretty decent up there from Hazard, but we're going to be watching some of the big guys come through in a moment's time. Rose across the line. Can he improve on his lap, or is it not it? It is not it for Rose, unless he's got literally anything more in the tank. But that fuel light's flashing. He should be done. Red Devil comes across to start his lap. Is a ram lift done? No, he's going through the first sector. CJ Drama looks to be done. The small one is starting his final in these final few corners. There's Rose trying to park up in the same spot. Hopefully his AI isn't going to do something bad there. Obviously, I think Rose wants to disqualify himself. Control of it, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see there. But anyway, Bluebird currently going, Red Devil currently going, Henson currently going, Hazard is done, Thomas is currently going, Ramlef currently going as well. Who is going to come across the line first here? It's not going to be Wisber. Well, it is going to be Wisber, but he needs to start his lap. He's going to be able to get there in time? I don't know. Across the line he goes. He has got there in time, but I don't know by how much. Pablo currently a couple of cents up. Could this maybe put him on pole position here? He's used Devil a couple of cents up in a minute, actually, so this could challenge the reigning champion of it, Blackbone, who's currently in P5. Can Red Devil find something here at the last? Cross the line, he will go. He just misses out on replacing it, but goes on to that third row. Thomas, we need to see a bit more from him. Where does he go in this final bit here? Across the line, he's only P10. Bit of a shame there for him. Kale across the line has a lovely little spin, but he is not going to go any further than P14. Bluebird next to cross the line. Is he going to improve on this lap? He does, up into P5. Who else now? Our Henson ran final quarter. He's a couple of tenths up, but he's half a second up, in fact, but he can't improve on that position there. Kodoy is going to be next to a set lap. It's going to be a D, who is going to take pole, and Alex cannot respond in time. What about Blackbone? Can he respond? Could Kodoy respond and do anything? No, he's a safe 15th. Could Blackbone take it further? He can. He goes to P4. Can Wismo dislodge him from that second row or not? Or can he go even further? Can he take that first pole position of the season? He cannot. And it is a D on pole position alongside Alex. Who was in third? Was it Pablos in the end? I believe it was. It was a D. Yeah, Black was saying it was an awful lap there. Yeah, but there you go. Right, a D currently on, not currently, he is on pole position there alongside Alex on the front row. Pablos in P3, Blackburn in P4 are both the white cars there, and Wisman in P5 holding off Bluebird for P6 there. We're at Devil on debut in P7 ahead of our Henderson in P8, Hansen in P9, and Thomas and Aramlek, both of the McLarens right next to each other in 10th and 11th. CJ Drama in P12, the small one P13, Kate on P14, Kodo in P15, and Rose disqualifying himself right at the end there. Just to get a bit of fun in this race. But, yeah, someone I expected more of, the small one. He did say, at least to me, he was not really too sure about how this race is going to go. And there you go. That is going to show it to you. Now then, it looks a bit overcast. And I don't really know if there's going to be any rain about. I haven't heard anyone say it, but if it is overcast and if it is on approximate, then that is definitely grounds for sudden rain coming in races. Even if it doesn't show it to you, definitely can be something that happens. So, yeah, let's just give it a minute here for everybody to go through. But, yeah, right now, a D, starting off strong. Obviously, points are awarded now in this race. We do have 1 point pole position. And we actually, that is something I completely forgot about, we do have a different point system as well. Points only go down to 12th, and the win is rewarded just that little bit more for the drivers that really want to push for it, because we found sometimes when people go in second place, they can still maybe only lose 1 point to the driver who won the race. So they took pole and the fastest lap and they came second, they only lose 1 point. So now they, at very minimum, lose a couple points if they don't go for that top spot. But who is going to go for that top spot today? Will it be any of this front row, or will it be anyone else? So D alongside Alex for the 5 red lights, and we are underway. D looks like he's not got a great start there, and Alex has gone through. Pablos trying to challenge as well on the inside, and Pablos will go through too, but it's very close. There's a car wide there. I don't know who that was. I think it was a Red Bull, or maybe our Henson, and Bluebird staying in P5 there. Oh, that's close between the D and Alex, the pair of them almost off the track there, but now Pablos has got to maybe contend with Bluebird as Blackburn has lost out to the Ferrari, and there's a little bit of twitching there between Pablos and Alex. They both try and jostle the position here. We're going to look at it now. Alex to the outside. Actually, Pablos backs out pretty well, and a D has to defend from Alex. Can he go around the outside fully? Gets the inside line back again, and I think Alex is just going to pull this one off. Pablos as well. Looks like he's going to be side by side with a D here, and a D has got to be careful now going down towards Cops. Will he make the move or not? Alex throws his defensive shape. A D round the outside at Cops. Can he do it? No, he's going to be off the track slightly. And now, will Pablos go through? No, a D has to make sure he doesn't get a legal overtake, and he will stay behind. Meanwhile, Red Devil in the back there, fighting, I think, Wisburn that was. And CA Drama, I think, has made a great start. Yeah, up 4 places already. Rosie already up 3 as well. Hence having an awful start. He was the Red Bull, I think, that we saw on the start of that race, and he is down 6 positions there. Meanwhile, Sue McLaren's fight further back there. Thomas gets ahead of a round. The small one, though, has got a good start despite his qualifying woes. And there we go, maybe the shape now thrown down the inside for Blackbone. Has to back out of that one. Bluebird was quite wise to that one too. Meanwhile, Hazard and CJ Drummond apparently were close. CJ Drummond a little bit of a wobble, but has to get out of it in the end. Will the small one now capitalise? No, I think Thomas, he's going to be there for it. Meanwhile, up at the front, a D close here with Alex. Can he make a move? No, Alex has this tiny defensive shape, but a D does not budge. And right now, Red Devil and Hazard, Hazard CJ Drama, keep going here. The small one trying his best to move up to place. Look like he nudged the back of CJ Drama a little bit there, but I don't think there's any damage for anyone involved there. CJ Drama, though, looks like he's going to try to make a move here on Hazard. There's going to be a small one down the inside of the pair of them. That's not going to end well. I think the small one was going to be a bit optimistic with that move. Hazard's been a bit cut off there too. The small one, I think, a bit optimistic, going 3 wide there. CJ Drama in the middle with nowhere to go. Has actually, in fact, made it out the best of the 3. And right now, no, never mind, the small one going for it on the inside, and he's going to now finally take that place. Hazard as well is now having to defend from the cars behind as Rose goes through. There is big contact there. Rose, I think, a ram left. Oh no, Thomas, sorry. Rose, Thomas and Hazard, all of them were side by side. I think it was bound to end in at least a few tears there. I think Rose just escaped without damage, but Thomas, unfortunately, not as lucky as a D. Moves into the lead of this race. The small one, I think, got just a massive bullet after all that fighting. Hazard, Henson, and Ramleth, all these guys to go for it, as we still see side by side for the lead here. A D has to back out as Alex goes through. Hazard looks like he's outbroken Henson there, and a Ramleth behind is still trying his best to keep going. Caden as well looked like he had damage on that turn 1. Thomas as well gets sent to comparison. Unfortunate stuff. He's on the hards too. So, yeah, probably a double medium now for the rest of this race. As a D goes by Alex. Alex still on the inside. Will he go for that move down the inside? He will. Tiny bit of contact between the pair of them. Pavlos and Bluebird, both of those two waiting in the wings, as is Winsbird and Blackburn, who both go side by side. Look at this for the lead now. We're going to maybe have 2, 3 wide here. Pavlos can't find a way through, but a D and Alex, a pair of them are fighting really hard here. Bluebird defends and Winsbird. Bluebird tries to think about a move on the inside. Does get close off there by Pavlos, but he is going to still have that slight inside line if he wants it. And now Pavlos, he's going to try and use that battery to squeeze through on 1, maybe 2 cars. No, a D tries it. We're going 3 wide at Cops. Is that going to end in tears? Somehow it hasn't. Pavlos had to back out of that one, and he, well, has really lost out because of it. He's gone from challenger in P1 down to P5. Bluebird and Alex, a pair of them were very close there, but that's given a D a nice little buffer so far. Has anyone got the battery? Bluebird's got the most, but no, actually, sorry, Wisbird has got the most, and he is on a set of hard tyres. And now, Bluebird trying to think of a move around the outside, can't make it work just yet. Is there a mistake down here? Oh my goodness me, there's fighting absolutely everywhere. Our heads on the inside of CJ Drama. Rose and Hazard are fighting. Alex and a D, I can't take my eyes off them. They keep fighting, and Bluebird is still there for him. CJ Drama looks like everyone's trying to chill out now as a Ramleth and Hazard go side by side. Tiny bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there, but we're going to go back to turn 1. Once again, Alex and a D, they're both fighting. And Whisper's going to try and go around the outside to the inside now. Bluebird, can he make it work? Bluebird tries to hang it round. Obviously doesn't want to get overtaken on the hards this early in the race. And let's see it now. It's going to be close. Blackman goes a little bit wide. Red Devil waiting in the wings behind him. And Whisper can't get through just yet, but Bluebird, he's struggling a little bit now. A D can't make a move just yet, but it looks like he's saving the battery. Better than anyone else here. Whisper can't find a way through on Bluebird yet. Papos as well, right behind here. We know he's got good pace, but we're just going to wait and see how he goes here. Papos Blackburn, sorry, is in P6, also waiting the wings here. Meanwhile, though, Adi, he's going to try to make a move here towards Cops. He makes it work. Wisman and Pablos both make the move on Bluebird at Cops. But you can see now, look, everyone has got basically no battery other than Adi and Alex. Pablos and Wisman up ahead have got much less battery than Bluebird to play with. Let's see, can Bluebird go now for a 2-car overtake that he only just lost? Let's have a look. Going down this straight now, will there be a move for the leader once again? There's a ram that gets a penalty. Alex just go around the outside. It looks like he's just about to make it work. He's just gonna, and the D, I think, lets him go there now because he's going to be back in that overtake mode. Yeah, Bluebird with an extra battery. Instead of trying to gain some couple positions there, he unfortunately has lost out to the guys overtaken there. Obviously, Wisman and Pablos, the pair of them, just going either side of him, they look like, and then he just had nowhere to go but back out. But someone who's not backing out currently is a D. Can he find a way through? No, he's going to wait for that little bit longer. And yeah, just wow. I mean, a standout performance so far from Red Devil. You could quite clearly tell he's not got exactly the pace of this top 6. But he has still done incredible to break away from them all, and especially because a small one miles away from him now, as Wisburn is, well, completely done there on the inside by Pablos. Obviously, one wants to try and save battery, surely. The other one just wants to make moves, and Wisburn as well on the hard tyres. He's going to be too worried so far about getting overtaken constantly. Yellow flags, I think that's for Kadom further down the back of the field. That shouldn't be a safety car. But right now, we basically got two massive packs next to each other. As Rose is trying to make moves on the pair of the Red Bulls on the outside at Cops. The small one, little bit rude there. But, yeah, they still hold position so far in P8. Rose has to settle here for P9, but I'm sure this X-Ray is going to have something else for him. Meanwhile, though, Pablos hasn't really got the pace out there right now. Maybe he's trying to save battery, but you'd say that, and he's only got 2%. And yeah, there you go, Wisburn right round the outside of him, as Blackburn loses a place to Bluebird as well. But a load of these people, look, you can see it, struggling on battery, other than these top 3 right now. Wisburn obviously the one wanting to sort of conserve the most. And meanwhile, Alex and the D, they're just really working together right now. But yeah, Red Devil in the pit lane. Maybe his tyres are already going off. I did hear some things here. Oh my goodness me, sorry. We got our Henson, CJ Dramas, one Hazard, I think. All those were there. No, oh, whoa. Red Devil on Inters. Is there rain forecast? Because this is a mistake, I'm sure, but is there rain potentially forecast if this is the case? Oh, except the session. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's meanwhile Blackburn and Bluebird continue to fight. We'll try and get Red Devil back in. That was probably a mistake, but might as well just get him back in really quickly, unless that is... he's not online anymore. Maybe there's some issues there. But meanwhile, D and Alex, I think they both just swap positions. I don't know. I don't know if that interscore was like just a, oh no, like whoops. Because why would you set intermediates if there was no rain forecast? Surely he would. But yeah, meanwhile, sorry, Hazard and the small one, both of them two are fighting pretty hard, and the small one comes out on top of all. That's Bluebird going quite deep there too. Not deep, quite wide, sorry. Oh god, sorry. Yeah, but anyway, Blackburn looks like he's about to fall out of that window there. For the overtake, never mind, they might not, as a D and Alex go side by side once again. Interesting thing to note, as Alex actually gets a bit of a twitch on the rear end there, as a CJ drama as well picks up a penalty. I have noticed that a lot of people think they're quite comfortable with underfueling, and I think it was 4 of the top 6 I just looked at there have underfueled, as Alex looks like he lets the D go there more or less, but he doesn't do it. Round turn 3 and 4, D's got to leave in space, and that is really rude there from Alex, trying to shuffle him out, but he can't do it, and now that's going to allow Wisburn through. Is there a yellow flag further down? There is. I don't know who for. I think it's a Rose flag, I don't know. But anyway, look at this. 4 cars now really going at it. Actually, might be Blackburn. He's dropped 2.5 seconds now from the pair here, but now Alex in the lead, a D down to 4th after being, well, fighting for the lead in turn 3. So, yeah, really, really excessive yo-yoing here. I'll just quickly go and cover what I was talking about with the fuel. So, the top 6, let's have a look at this. So, Alex is underfueled, Wisman is underfueled, Pablos underfueled. Sorry, a D has just made a move on Pablos. While I'm saying this, a D has not, Bluebird has not, but Blackburn has. So, in my personal experience, you can underfuel and get away with it, but you've also got to be a little bit careful of how much you're lifting and coasting. So, I think these guys will be okay, but yeah, they're going to fight too hard, then that fuel will start really bleeding away. Yeah, speaking of bleeding away, the top four sort of making a bit of their own land now here as Bluebird trying his best to get back in that overtake. I don't think he'll be able to. No, he's not. Obviously, he's not got much battery left either, so I think that might be Bluebird's race brand unless he goes for a different strategy, though. Meanwhile, Small One has overtaken CJ Drama. Who was like coming to the pit lane there? It was a Ramleth in the pits. Red Devil's AI is still going round on inters, which is quite interesting. See if he's back online or anything. He is online, so let's give him a quick invite in case he just lagged out or something. But yeah, I won't be thinking too quickly that he's joined back, especially if he's joined onto a set of intermediate tyres. I just don't know why he would have done that unless it is actually rain forecast, but no one let me know. So I would assume that we're still okay, as Wisburn is going to be closer and closer to that fight for the lead now. Those hard tyres are probably going to start coming into a bit of their own in the end of the stint. Oh, we left the Discord. We left the Discord. Oh, okay. Oh, no. So, maybe that was a complete wrong move there. I don't know what happened, though, because he seemed completely fine out in that top six. He was basically the top seven to it. As soon as he dropped out of that 1 second window for the overtaking in pit, which makes sense, if you want to go for a two-stop, there's a Wisbur's close there for the lead. Can he go for it? No, he can't. It just confuses me, though. I don't know. But yeah, meanwhile, though, Alex and Wismer, the pair of them, looking like that's a bit of connection issues. I don't know what was going on, but Alex does keep the lead with not a great exit, neither for a D there. And Pablo's going to be pouncing right on him here towards turn one. Is he going to be able to make that move? No, he's hardly got any battery as well. As D goes wide, there could be a move down for Pablos, even down towards turn one. Can't make it work just yet. And Senior Drama is in. But, yeah, sorry, a little bit more Red Devil. I expected a two stops to be in this race. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. I don't get it. Oh well. If he's not in the server anymore, then it's okay. It's just like I didn't really think about why. Anyway, oh my god, sorry, I'm tripping over my own words. Adi and Pablos there, really nice fighting. Adi, unfortunately for him, just has to yield there as Pablos did a great move. But Pablos now, hardly any battery left. D could go for the move. Wisbird, in fact, he's going for the move. Running outside. He's going to be able to do it. No, he has... Well, go for a switchback at Cops. That's pretty interesting. But he has made it work as D has gone through on Pablos. D actually, in fact, has got the most battery, I think, out of everyone here. As all no, Alex back to the inside. I don't know what's happening there, but he's got a tiny bit of contact on him. Is he going to be able now to go for the lead to P4? Because it could happen. And a D there in the back, up there, trying to go past. There's a tiny bit of contact again. But I think everyone is all okay. Yeah, D still remains in that third spot. And Alex here might be trying to go for a move into this final corner. He's going to try and break late. Rounding outside, Wisburn covers him off. But now, obviously, Wisburn doesn't have that good exit. And, as well, does not have that overtake button. And Wisburn and Alex, apparently, so close to each other. But we're going to start trying to cut away from the lead a little bit. As we're seeing all manner of hell break loose back here. Ramleth, Kodoy, and Thomas. Thomas actually... what happened to him? Oh, he hit really early, didn't he? Because he had the wing damage. And in fact, it looks like he's still got a bit of wing damage, even though his front wing is completely on. The other flags that they're having Cascade on. You can kind of see there that there is no nose attached to the front of Thomas' car. And that's Kodoy, back down the inside. Thomas just about leaves enough space there. Kodoy was in the fresher tyres, so he's completely fine to go for that sort of move. Obviously, these two I think should be fighting for track position, in fact, but... Sorry, I can't get out. Oh, no, the small one. Sorry, I've only just caught that one there. He has had a spin. Meanwhile, Blackwell and Bluebird, those two fighting. Bluebird there. Has he gone for a switchback at Cops? Just like we saw with Wisbird? I think it has been. So, well, credit. We're credited to him. We're seeing some great overtakes, especially in spots where you normally wouldn't see him last game. You hardly really saw moves at Cops. We're seeing them more and more often right now. Wisbird, though, still currently leads. I'd expect some of these guys at the front here to start boxing as Kadon retires to a session. We're not seeing boxing yet, though. So is there still rain in the air? Or is there not? Because Bluebird's in. He could probably take those hard tyres to the end. He's got to make sure that speed, and he does not. But yeah, D gets past Pablos there, it looks like two. Yeah, there's just something I'm looking at here. I'm not seeing rain on anyone's car yet, but I'm just surprised because I think the shape from Red Devil of going onto those set of intermediate tyres have really thrown me because everyone still acts like this is going to be a one-stop race or a regular two-stop race. And I don't know if I should still be acting like there should be rain coming or not because it is overcast and all that sort of thing there. As Alex, sorry, is by Whisper. Whisper tries to look back around the outside. Did get a little bit of contact though there on the back of Alex's wheel, and he's not able to make that move back ahead of the V car. Will he try and think of a move back towards Cops? It looks like he's going to maybe try and think out something. Alex has got to make sure he's got to defend this one, or will he just wait towards Cops? Meanwhile, though, actually, sorry, a D, while someone Whisper trying to attack, it's going to be a D on the attack, and maybe Pablos too, as he tries to find a way past Whisper, can't find the space there, but now a D is going to be the one fighting Alex out in front here. They've both got similar battery levels once again. I mean, incredible fight for the lead so far. That's all I can really say. But Wisburn now, right on the back of a D here, but a D looks like saving that battery a little bit there. Is Wisburn? He is too. So I would assume that surely some of these guys are coming now, unless they don't think they can make it to this potential rain. But Alex is in, as is Pablos. A D now will have to do a saucy overcut if he's able to. I don't know if saucy overcut has ever been heard on comms before, but it has been now. Meanwhile, though, they've also got to cover off the threat of Bluebird, to be fair, especially for Blackbone. Blackbone was side by side with him for quite a lot of that part of the race. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see what happens as he has a Haas or Pablos come out right next to him, whereas Bluebird, he's going to come round these final few corners as most people are in, most likely for this one-stop strategy, which is, yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, obviously Rose quite a bit further back as well. Bluebird has jumped Blackbone by about a second and a half, and it's got a little bit closer to these guys, but I don't fully expect him to continue to close up, at least right now. Meanwhile, though, CJ Drama, where is he going to come out in relation to our Henson? Our Henson just behind him there. CJ Drama looks to be on the two-stop strategy right now. Our Henson on the one. Around there on the two, most likely Thomas, well, basically been forced to go onto a two-stop. So I looked at the halo and I thought it was rain. It was spots of, I guess, like mud, I think it is, like where he's already gone off. Or maybe like spots of the gravel on the car. But yeah, there you go. A D has got no battery left. So I'm very much assuming this will be into the pit. Oh my God, into the pit lane for him. And it is. So he's done the best in lap he could. Personally, I think the undercuts here are just too powerful. We saw it with Bluebird and Blackburn there. They caught by over a second. Blackburn has used a lot of his battery to get back in, but yeah, they're still going to go with Bluebird ahead. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that a D will not come out ahead of Alex or Pablos here. As much as he's done his best to try and keep it going. And if he does, he actually might come out ahead of Pablos, but I don't think he will here, as Alex goes through into the lead of this race. Pablos as well has gone through, but he's got no battery left, in fact, Pablos. So, yeah, I mean, a D is also in a pretty good spot then. He is a couple seconds back on Alex, and is a couple seconds back on Pablos, but he does have that full battery, which is going to be a blessing for him on this outlap. Meanwhile, Bluebird and Blackbone, the pair of them, looks like they're going to be trying to fight here for 5th and 6th. Yeah, I mean, not really for any fault of their own. Obviously, these top two were just 2 points apart in our championship last season, and obviously finished 1 and 2. But, yeah, I think we all sort of knew that most of these guys at the front were quicker than Bluebird and Blackbone most of the time. We knew that Alex was going to be quicker. We knew that Wisburn is at least on pace or quicker. We knew a D was going to be quicker as well. Probably just hint the Brazil race, really, that he was in. Pablos as well, though. Someone who usually was with this Bluebird Blackbone train most of the time, but occasionally broke away. And this is one of the races where he has, because he just managed to stick in that top 4 set of spots. Despite all the fighting, once you're out of overtake this game, it looks quite difficult to get back in. I think that's the easiest way of putting it. It looks very difficult, and it's no like disrespect to Bluebird or Blackbird. They're both doing great races regardless, but it's just at the minute, the guys up ahead have had a really good sort of part of this race where they could just break away by using each other and the overtake mode that comes with it. So, yeah, once you're out of it, it's just sort of done, really. Meanwhile, sorry, the small one and Hazard, both of those guys coming back in the field in a minute, but Thomas and Kodoi, both of these guys will be pissing any moment now, I'm sure, because Hard Tyres now definitely can last to the end here as his teammate at Ramleth there goes past into P9 and Blackbird as well now past Bluebird up into P5 currently. CJ Drama should be on that one stop, or at least could be on that one stop. I said he might have to pit, but I think he could maybe make those tires last to the end. Ramleth, I'm not too sure. Henson can, Rose can, Bluebird can, Blackburn can, everyone else here can, other than Wisburn, who will need to stop, but we kind of already know that one. Obviously, he's on 13 lap old hards. He started the race on him, so yeah, he's going to have to come in regardless of what happens. But meanwhile, here you go. Pablos struggling after being out of that 1 second of Alex here, and he's falling in the clutches a bit of a D now. He's currently 7 tenths. He's got a 7 tenth buffer, but then he's got 3 seconds ahead. So he's got basically no chance of making that back up unless Alex makes a mistake and gives him overtake that way. But something I also want to know, if Wisman pits this lap, which he can do this lap or next lap. Those are really the favoured times to go pit onto the set of medians. Cedar Drama and Ramleth, sorry. Both of these sort of fighting. Cedar Drama gets him into Stowe. I don't think there's been any fight set for the moment. But if Wisman wants to... Well, never mind, sorry. Ramleth gets back past Cedar Drama, goes mighty wide there. We'll keep on board with this while I'm talking then. If Wisman wants to pit now, then he could even be behind Blackbone. So, Blackbone and Bluebird, he doesn't want to be behind them. So if he pits now, he's got a chance of not being behind them, but he's going to have to do 11 laps of medians. That should be okay. Even then he could go end of lap 16, which 100% doable as well. It's just, a little bit risky. I'm just a bit worried for him, though. Meanwhile, Pablos and a D, the pair of these guys, they're really lifting off, and literally a D is... you can only say pushing him, but he's pushing him a bit too much. There's, I don't know if there's any sort of connection issues there, but you can definitely tell that is the sort of thing that happens when people try and lift and coast in corners you usually don't expect. And I won't be surprised to see more things going on with that, because the D now is up into third, and it's, you can argue no fault through Pablos's and no fault through D's. The pair of them just kept trying to save the battery and all that sort of thing. But Wisman has basically taken my advice, if he's listening to comms. If you are, just give us a little wiggle on the overtake modes. That'd be quite nice. Keep going in overtake and medium. That'd be quite nice, if you can, at any point. Be really nice if you could tell me. But sorry, there you go. The lap that I said it, where he had to come in, and he is just about covered off the threat of Blackbird and Bluebird, and it's perfect, because now he's got that couple lap tyre advantage alongside those softer tyres. Blackbird looks like he's going to try and make a move, potentially here, but there you go. No battery left, Wisman's at 50%, and those special tyres. You will see that Audi slowly going away into the distance here, unless you can stick in that 1 second window, and I highly doubt it. He's already lost a couple of tenths through that section. Wisman not even using the battery here, but Blackbird doing everything in his power to try and keep with him. Meanwhile, CJ Drummond and Ramler for fighting. Thomas just in the background there. Hazard and the small one are going for it. The small one couldn't make it through there. A runner for CJ Drummond. A pair of them are fighting. A runner just gets through. The small one as well on the inside of Hazard now. Kodoi tries to take a chance. Phases through the Ferrari. I don't really know what the hell's going on there, but anyway, Hazard and Kodoi, they're still fighting. Hazard keeps the place, and the sword as well managed to keep it too. I wanted to say this one way. CJ Drummond and Ramler, they've just been fighting this whole time. It's been insane, because I keep seeing them swap, and it's exactly what they're doing. And CJ Drummond might just get him back through this next section. I don't even know. Let's have a look. I'm just going to watch these guys for a second. As much as there might be things going on for the lead, I'm just watching this. Here we go. CJ Drummond. He's going to go for make a move now on a ram left. He is. Round to the outside now of Stowe Corner. He just makes the move. These two have just been fighting constantly. And fair play to them. And there you go. Look, CJ Drummond not really using the battery and a ram left's back through. Or is CJ Drama just wanting that overtake mode, because I think that's what he's doing, because it saves him that battery and gives him extra power for that whole lap. Meanwhile, Thomas, I mean, bravo for that stint. As Kodoy comes into the pit lane to retire, which makes sense, but Thomas serves his penalty. But yeah, bravo, Thomas. 14 laps on a set of mediums. You've done well, if anything, to even do that. And yeah, just fair play. He's got 9 laps on mediums now to go and push to his heart's content if he wants to go and do it. And meanwhile, I'm sorry, I'm still looking at these guys. I know there's going to be a fight in a minute for P2 with a D and Pablos, and potentially Wisbird soon. But CJ Drama and Ramlev are just going for it. I can't explain. Like, I can't even explain it. They're continuously going for it. I don't understand. Is Thomas stuck behind? Oh god, yeah, Thomas is stuck behind. What is going on with Kodoy's car? It's stuck there. Okay, that might actually be a bit of an issue then, because if Kodoy's car is stuck there now, that's a... Oh no. Okay, right, that might be a permanent issue then, because if we watch now on the back of Pablos, let's have a look. Will that light turn? Oh no, his car's gone. Okay, we're fine. I was going to say, if that car stayed there any longer, we might be having issues with the overtake button and it not being, actually overtake. Meanwhile, guess who's swapped again? CJ Drama and Ramlev. And Ramlev goes now towards So. Will he learn the sort of lesson here? No, he does not. Hazard, the small one. Both of these two are fighting. Who is at the pit lane now? Ramlev. So maybe he's going to try and pull that undercut on CJ Drama. Sorry, it's a D. He's going to get past Pablos here. No, they're both side by side going towards Brooklands. And it looks pretty good right now. Pablos still ahead currently, but a D with that one lap fresher tyre and a little bit more battery to his name. Pablos has got the overtake, but right now a D looks being the better spot, you could definitely argue. And now, side by side, going towards Max and Beckett's, Pablos backs out, especially for that battery recharge, but he's got hardly anything left in that car. So we're going to have to wait and see, can he maybe make any sort of move now onto this back straight? Can he do it? A D tries to use a bit of his battery for it, but I don't think Pablos going to be able to make anything work. No, he's got no battery, and he's bleeding time down this back straight. He's got nothing else in the tank. And now, if he does get separated from that 1 second window, potentially Wisbo now can really start that climb back up to the front. Because right now, he's not shown as much pace on those mediums as you'd expect. As meanwhile, these guys continue to fight back here. Hazard the small one, paired them close. And they're going to have CJ Drama involved now as small one trying to find every way through. Hazard defends. Oh my goodness me, sorry. Yeah, and anyway, no, Hazard past CJ. CJ is also getting passed by the small one. Oh, the small one! Got to be careful when he's trying to make that move. But he does get past Hazard there, up into P9. The small one maybe didn't fully realise he was through. Oh, CJ got damage from that. He might have. Oh no. I saw a bit of the wars today. I don't know if he actually did he get damage from that? I can't even fully tell, because I don't think it was even on the right side that was to get damaged. But anyway, though, sorry. Meanwhile, our Henson, who I thought was actually going to be on the one-stop today, has switched to the two-stop. Maybe trying to catch up to these guys here, the Swan and Hazard, and get a bit of fun for himself here, because he was in basically a train spearheaded by himself and himself only. He's not going to catch Rose, let's be honest. And he isn't really able to do much else there in a minute. Hazard the small one, keep going as here, the small one back to the outside. And yeah, this is a main reason why we're looking at this in a minute, is because no one else is really that close to each other other than Pablos and Winspan. But these guys have to wait a little bit longer until the next lap, I believe, is a small one. Now then on the inside towards Cops. Does he make that move? He does make that move. And Hazard has got much battery to actually fight back with. So yeah, let's wait and see. And Hazard actually is borderline on fuel. That's something I've got to check. Bluebird, he is borderline on fuel as well, interestingly enough. So that's why he's probably dropped away from Blackbone. Blackbone as well, actually, borderline on fuel too. Wisman has got enough fuel. Pablos, don't think he has. D has. Alex hasn't. Interesting. Okay, so we might be seeing people run out of fuel here in these last couple of laps. If we go on board, I can try and see if I get close enough to them. How much fuel they have got left. Alex is screwed. He's got minus 1.2 laps of fuel. So that might be why he's pushing as much as possible now. He's on easy low fuel mode. We might want to change that eventually. I don't know. But, yeah, decent repair. I think that's +1 lap, so he's okay. Pablos, I think he's half a lap down, so I think he might be okay from Blackbone, because he's not got any fuel issues in the minute. He might be. He's not be okay from Wisburn. It looks like though. He's got half a lap to go. Meanwhile, though, we've got Blackbone. Actually, to be fair, he's just about even on fuel. Same with Bluebird. This is an interesting thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is what I was saying literally early on in this race. The fuel can be a problem. Like, I've heard people say that you can save it, you can do this, you can do that with it, but it is still a problem in this game, especially if you are too low on fuel. Because Alex right now is, and while sure it is on easy low fuel, he gets really squirmy out of that corner. He's probably going to lose a couple of tenths there to a D, and that he does. Yeah, a D's safe. Alex is the one that's not safe on this fuel at all. He can save as much as he can through some of these corners. I'd love to see his throttle mapping, just throttle in general, sorry. Oh, Swan had to back out there as Hazard was basically leaving nothing on the table after he sent that one. But now we're going to have a quick look. Back to Alex. This could be a D. In the league, yeah, minus 1.23. That's a lot that you've got to save in only a couple laps. And you cannot save that unless you are, driving miles at the pace. So Alex potentially will lose this race win to a D. Pablos as well. He's side by side with Wisburn. He could potentially lose P5 to Blackburn. I don't know how much low fuel mode on easy will cost you, but it could cost you those couple seconds for the win for Alex. And it could cost Pablos that P5 that he's got for Blackbone there. He's got about half a lap down on fuel. So I don't know how much it exactly is. But yeah, you can see now, look, a D catching like crazy now. Alex is going to do his best to keep going in this race. But yeah, that fuel, that is going to be a big problem. And meanwhile, sorry, we're going back to our favourite fight since the drama and Ramleth dropped off each other. We're going back to the small one and Hazard. And meanwhile, our heads is closing on those medium tyres. We're seeing those three go at it. There's Pablos and Wisburn. Both of those two swap back around. But Pablos is a little bit deep. But I think Wisburn, I mean, if he's heard me, might now know that he's a bit safe regardless here. If Pablos is actually going to lose very little time, we'll be very surprised, but I'll have to wait and see there. But yeah, the one that's got to worry the most here, Alex, 100%. He's losing time to a D. He can afford that right now, but he can't afford that one and a bit laps of fuel that he has not got in his car. That is a massive issue for him. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to the fight nobody loves. There's going to be two Red Bulls involved now. There's, I think, a small one there. It has a little nudge there. It hasn't just had to back out of it. I don't know what that was. The small one's going a bit aggressive today. Far more aggressive than we've seen him, in fact. But yeah, we've now got our heads to the back of these two. This should be quite easy for our heads, but I think he might try drag it out just a little bit more, especially if he knows he's got the pace. Because obviously he's caught up like about 7 seconds in a couple of laps. And there he is now, side by side with Hazard. Hazard right there doing his best. Keep ahead. He's got hardly a battery to his name, though. Our headster has got it all. Can he make a move on the pair of them? Because the small one has got the battery, but I don't know if he'll be threatened by his Red Bull teammate here. Because look at this. Henson gets past one. The small will now realise there's a Red Bull rapidly closing, and he's going to go for two. Our Henson on the inside makes the move sick. And now I think Swan's going to try to move back up the inside. No, decides to back out. Our Henson probably, or at least Small one probably thinking, you know what? Oh, there we go. That's going to seal it. The race win is basically sealed as long as the D does not make any more mistakes. That is a 3-second penalty for Alex. It could potentially be removed, but I think regardless, that fuel is going to bite in one way or another, and it is going to bite in the sense of him losing the race win to the Alpine man behind. In fact, he's going to slow down quite a bit. In fact, he's slowing down a lot, and there we go, a D straight past into the lead of this race. the one that fresher tyres, a lot more fuel in the car, we can now pretty much say that he's be able to make this win work. And well, I say that, and Alex is right back ahead of him. Maybe Alex so trying to go for a bit of defensive tactics, trying to make sure that as much as he could try and save his fuel, he'll need to go quite slow for it, and maybe he's going to try and bring Wismo and Papos into it, because if he can make a D maybe get some penalties as well by some track limits with fighting constantly, hey, it could work. But now the pair of them going very close. Alex almost missing the corner. A little bit of contact between the pair of them. A D probably won't think that one's too fair there. Wismo is closing, but those mediums have probably had it by now. The hards would have too. But I don't know if those mediums are going to be that good anymore. He's got basically one more lap's worth, and I'd say after that, it is basically done for those medium tyres. Here you go, for an example. Our Henson already broken that 1 second gap to the guys on 11 lap old medium, hard, sorry. And there you go, a D back past Alex here. Alex using all the battery that he can to just try and keep it going. Alex around the outside, lovely move, all things considered, but now we know it's not for proper on-track positions here. But a little bit less excited as he's really lifting through here. Once again, he wants to try and get in a D's head. This is fine as long as it doesn't go dangerous. It's completely fine to do. And a D now trying to make a move anywhere. Yeah, this is completely fine to do as long as you are not basically being incredibly dangerous with it. We don't mind this at all. It's completely normal racing. And yeah, obviously, when he brings Wisman into that fight, because right now Wisman's gained a couple seconds on this lap, when he does, then that's going to put pressure on a D, because he's going to have to focus on not getting warnings and focus on Wisman himself, who you could argue. But look at Alex's fuel, a D in the wing mirrors there, not making a move just yet. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Alex minus 1.1. So end of this lap, you will see him drop massively in straight line speeds on the exit. Also coming out of corners, you'll see there's really not enough power in that V car, but we'll let's just make sure of that. Yeah, he's on point at 0 point something. So yeah, he's had a full lap at least with a penalty. We still probably actually drop him outside the podium here. But however, he's going to have a D close to the inside now, so the outside of D he goes. He's doing everything in his power here, Alex, to at least try and maybe scrounge something up for this race. Maybe see there's contact between some of these guys. Maybe see there's any warnings that could be given out. Anything like that can really help him. There we go. That's exactly it that he wanted. And D has half lost it after all of that. Got a bit too greedy on the power. And Wisburn now looks set to take the first win of the season. And a D is well out of it now. He's over a second back on Wisburn. And it's exactly what Alex would have wanted. He wanted those people to make mistakes. He wants them to drop it further back. He wanted them to get penalties. All for this. He did it all day now. He's got nothing left in the tank. And now Wisburn is going to surely drive through. Oh no. Oh no, by this time. Oh no. Oh, I might this. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I've disconnected from the session. Oh shit.